Hello and welcome back to another episode of Nosh's Quest to Gold. Today we're going to be looking at a Protoss versus Terran matchup on this map that I actually know the name of. Today we're on Daybreak, the ladder edition, and we'll be seeing my red Terran opponent who's up the top right hand side of the map here. He is Shooter, facing off against myself. I'm Nosh, down the bottom left. This isn't one of my placement matches, this is actually one of my This is one of my ladder matches. Excuse me. I did win 3 out of my 5 placement matches, which placed me in the bottom of Silver League, and actually since I have started laddering, I've only won 1 out of, I think it's 5 games I've played, so I'm not actually having the best time in the ladder at the moment. The reason being I haven't really developed a decent Heart of the Swarm strategy against each of the 3 races that I played so far. I can't really fall back on 4-gate because it doesn't really work most of the time in most matchups, and I don't really want to get into that sort of air quotes cheese style of play again. So this is my attempt at what I think I'm going to be doing against Terran. I played this match and I really enjoyed how it played out. Now don't get me wrong, my opponent makes some mistakes and I make some mistakes, but at the end of the day I enjoyed how this match played. I enjoyed how it felt as the Protoss player, so this might be what I'm going to be doing against Terran, but I still need some time to develop some strategies to play against both Protoss and Zerg. So as you can see here, I'm getting a scout of my opponent's base. I can see he has no gas. I can see that he has his barracks at the start, right down in the front of his map, looking like he's going to wall off. I myself, I've got my gateway, my pylon. I should very soon place my assimilator. Very standard timings for Protoss here. It's all 11? It's not 11, it's 13, 15. For your gateway 13, your simulator 15 if you want to have constant probe production. Once you get to this sort of stage as well, you can pretty much dump chronos into probes, which is what I favour more than dumping it into, say, a warp gate or saving up or anything. I should have a cyber core. I should have had a cyber core earlier, but I feel I'm a little bit distracted. My probe did get walled in, so I'm trying to, get as much scouting as I can, see if I can get a hint of him going gas at all, see if I can see maybe, a reactor or perhaps a tech lab placed on this, but unfortunately, I'm going to die. Shooter actually doesn't even bother chasing the probe around. I assumed he'd run up here with the Marine, and then, so I just run flat on into the Marine and get shot in the face. Now the Marine's actually giving chase. So again, I can see that I didn't actually see how many workers went into gas at the moment, only 1. But I'm not going to get a lot of scouting information. I am going to see the second barracks starting though, so I do know that my opponent is going 2 wrecks, so I can expect some aggression. With this knowledge, I know not to just go 1 gate expand. I would like to see me drop some units again. I currently don't have any offensive units on the field or any offensive units started in production, but I've seen my opponent has decided to go for 2 wrecks, so I've got 2 gateways. I actually don't see this at all. I'm not sure if you noticed it on the mini-map, but I've got the strangest, slowest. It's pretty much, I assume my opponent used to play Protoss and Cannon Rushed, but now is bunker rushing. Kind of, sort of, almost. And with a Marine in this bunker, I'd be able to do nothing about this bunker right now. And then obviously move the Marine into this bunker. Once it finishes, he'd be able to take out this gateway. But for now, I'm actually able to, with 5 probes off the line, a little too many, but I'm okay with it. With 5 probes off the line, I'm able to get some damage up on this bunker. I also feel if these Marines were to jump in here, they'd do significantly more damage, but they've gone straight in and straight out, so he was going to try and get the SCV out there to try and repair. I move my probes around to kill the SCV, and then with my Zealot, he's able to kill the bunker. So we have 3 Marines in my base. I also have now got my Stalker out though, so I feel I'm okay. A probe gets 1 kill, the Stalker gets the 2nd, and I'm just going to chase this Marine down. Actually changing my focus, to the SCV to make sure that he doesn't get in my base, doesn't get anything built. So I've managed to hold off this very strange attack. As you can see, my opponent still rallied across the map, but I feel he's probably going to grab all these and pull them back to his base. So I've managed to hold off the very strange little attack, and I've got a bunch of Stalkers coming out just to hold on in the defensive front. I've put down a 3rd gateway here, and if you might have just noticed, I've just started a Stargate at the back of my base. I didn't, at the time, really have a plan for what I wanted to do here. I didn't think, I know what I'll do, I'll get Stargates, I'll go Void Razor or anything. I just thought, I've got 2 gas geysers, I'm not going to expand anytime soon, I'm going to try and get a little bit ahead in the tech, But with these 3 stalkers out in the field and 2 more in the way, I feel I should probably be a little bit aggressive towards my opponent. Push up, see if he was trying to expand behind the pressure. So you can see my attack marker is just, this is where I'm sending my units. I also have my Stargate just about to finish. And I decided to start a second one. I've decided I'm going to try Oracles. I've not really played about with Oracles too much, besides, you know, just to see how they play and to try and learn the hotkeys. Just for your information, I haven't learned the hotkeys or all the abilities that Oracles can do. So I've moved up the ramp here with my 3 stalkers. It's not terribly well defended. As you can see, I've already misclicked onto the unbuildable plates it is in this map, not unbuildable rocks. But I'm going to get a free supply depot, which is nice. As you can see, I actually double queued up to kill both supply depots at the front here. My opponent has a base started and has decided to just bunker up and try and hold his defense here. Again, it feels very Protoss with cannons to me. He also has 2 idle marines just standing out in the front of the base. I've left... have I left? Huh, I've lost a stalker somewhere. I didn't see that happening, but 4 stalkers here. There were 5 in production, unless I've left one hidden somewhere in my base, but I can't see it. Have a quick look at units. I only have 4 stalkers. Okay, guys, sorry about that. So, I don't know what my opponent's, I don't want to say issue is, but he's not really willing to come down and push me out of his base here. So I'm just going to get as much free damage on this supply, on this command center, sorry, as I can. He's spending minerals to repair it, which is nice. I've actually already got it burning. Now he's decided to push down and be aggressive. I left this guy in a little bit too long, but it's fine. Hopefully if I move him to the back and then push back up, boy Nosh, I'll be able to either get some more damage on this, cause him to pump more minerals into it repairing, or at least get a few free marine kills. That's 1 dead already. I've just killed the SCV repairing, killed another marine. So I'm actually doing quite well. I'm actually having some cost-effective battling here. As you see, I've placed my second nexus down here. I'm getting ready to expand behind this, and at the same time, I'm just pumping out some oracles, 2 at a time, if I can, if I have enough gas, and if I have enough focus when I'm trying to, you know, engage in super intense micro battles down the front of my opponent's base. A burning command center is being repaired by this SCV here. Just enough. I don't think I'm going to push up the ramp again. I wouldn't like to see me push up the ramp again. I've done enough to contain my opponent, and I've managed to get my tech switch out, kind of kept it on the down low, and I'm just going to try and get ahead. Okay, apparently we are going to push back up the ramp. At this stage, I don't think I've seen marauders, but I have seen a tech lab. I'm going to try and snipe that, but I'm in a little bit of trouble. The marauders also have slow, so that's pretty much my cue to get out of there. So I lose 2 stalkers, as I say. Really shouldn't have pushed back up the ramp there. Really should have just held down here, kept an eye on my units, and seen this force move down and moved out. But now I definitely know that there's marauders out. I've moved my 2 stalkers back to the position to hold the watchtower here. And as you can see, I'm building quite a nice chunk of oracles. That's 5 there with 2 in the way. Going to be a total of 7. Transferring over a big chunk of drones. Got quite a nice economy. Got my 2 bases on the go. And I'm just going to move forward from here. Now, what I think my plan in my head at this point in the game was just build up my economy, get some upgrades, go good. But because I've built quite a nice chunk of oracles, and the starting ones have quite a good bit of energy, I'm going to go around, nip through the back here, try and maybe snipe some SCVs, try and kill some of his units. You can actually see he has quite a large chunk of marauders in this force, so if I can quickly take out the marines, he doesn't have a lot that can shoot up. So I should be able to cause quite a nice little bit of damage with this attack, also keeping the pressure off of my bases while I can build up upgrades with my forge that I've just got down here. And at the same time, while I can work up my economy. What the fuck is going on there? Oh, I see what's going on. This isn't rallied at all? Didn't notice that when I played this game. But as you can see, my probes are making a nice little worker ring. Now, jump into the action. You can see that he's just dropped all his mules, and I dropped all his mules. Straight back. The damage output of oracles is disgusting with this ability. I mean, it does cost energy, and without energy you have nothing. But once you get it going, it's pretty sick. Now, I've done well enough to kill quite a few marines, and as you can see at the moment, my opponent only really has marauders out. I'm pushing up into his base because free anything to kill. I'm just going to spend all the energy I have on my oracles. And there you go, guys. My opponent just leaves the game. No GG, no nothing. A very strange game, to say the least. The bunker pressure, or the bunker harassment, whatever you call this, at the start could have gone a lot better. I would have dealt with it a lot worse had there been a marine in the initial bunker. I feel my opponent didn't deal with my stalkers very well, and that's what allowed me to get to the stage I'm at now. I managed to get the free kills at the front. He seemed very reluctant. If he pushed 4 stalkers with 8 marines, I feel I'd have probably pushed back. I mean, my micro was kinda terrible, but I don't think I'd have really been able to outmanage the 8 marines, or at least I'd have lost maybe a stalker or 2 for the price of 3 marines or something, and then, I don't know, I wouldn't have been so keen to push back up on the ramp. But I do like the sort of little bit of early pressure with gateway units into a sort of Oracle army, so that's something I'm going to try again against a different opponent, just to see how that kind of works out. So keep an eye on my channel. We'll see if we can get some Zerg strategies and some Protoss strategies, and maybe a PvP on as well. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll catch you all later. See you.